Hola! Now we're going to learn another tense in the past called el imperfecto, or the imperfect tense. Now this is easy to figure out how to conjugate. We're going to do that in a few minutes. The hard part is understanding the context. When do we use this tense and when do we use the other past tenses? This is because in English we don't really distinguish the imperfecto as a specific tense consciously. Well, let's learn the conjugation portion first. Then we'll talk about when we use the imperfecto as versus when do we use the other tenses. Well, the imperfecto can mean three things when you conjugate it. It can mean the same thing as the preterito, the simple past. For example, let's start with the verb hablar. Here we have the AR verb conjugations of the imperfecto tense. We'll begin. All we do is we add aba and we get hablaba. Now, yo hablaba can be translated three ways. This is where the fun starts. Yo hablaba could be I spoke. Yo hablaba can also mean I was speaking. And yo hablaba also could mean I used to speak. So again, it's going to depend on the context in which they're used. For now, let's worry about memorizing and learning these new endings. For tu, it's very similar to yo, we just add an S. Tu hablabas. These are fun. El, ella, and usted is going to look just like the yo form. So there's one less ending to learn in this tense. Yo hablaba, él hablaba, ella hablaba, usted hablaba. They're exactly the same. Then we get to nosotros, my personal favorite. With an accent. Nosotros hablábamos. Nosotros hablábamos. Could be interpreted as we spoke, we were speaking, or we used to speak. The last one, ellos, ellas y ustedes hablaban. Similar to él hablaba, ellos hablaban. We're just adding the N. This is how we conjugate AR verbs in the imperfecto. Yo hablaba, tú hablabas, él, ella y usted hablaba, nosotros hablábamos, ellos, ellas y ustedes hablaban. Now let's move over to the ER verbs. The endings are completely different again. For comer, we would say yo comía. Yo comía, with an accent on the I. Yo comía could mean I ate, I was eating, or I used to eat. For tú comías. Similar, we just add an S, keeping the accent on the I. Remember, the AR conjugations only have one accent with nosotros. The IR ones, you will find out, have an accent on all of them. Él, ella y usted comía. Same as yo. These forms are the same in this tense. Nosotros comíamos. We ate, we used to eat, we were eating. Ellos comían. They ate, they were eating, they used to eat. Notice, ella, ellas, ella, íamos, ian, with an accent on the I on all of them. That's how to conjugate an ER verb, regular ER verb, with el imperfecto. One more to go. The IR verbs. Well, the IR verbs are very easy because the conjugations are exactly the same as the ER verbs. So you really only have to learn two sets of endings. The AR, ABA, ABAS, ABA endings, and the E and IR, IA, IAS, IA endings. So over here we have yo vivía, tú vivías, él vivía, nosotros vivíamos, ellos vivían. The same endings as the ER verb. Well, now we know the endings. Now we have to figure out when do we use the imperfecto tense versus the other tenses in the past tense. And that's going to take practice.